Hey, what's happening, Wargamers? It is Leland here with a quick unboxing showcase video for you, and I gotta say I am super excited about this one. I have been since the initial leaks of it came out back in during the days of I think it was during Adepticon, so back in like January, February. But it is the latest addition to Kill Team. It is the Rogue Trader expansion, which we got right here. So we're going to crack this open. We're going to take a quick look at it. Much like the other unboxings I do, I'll just give some thoughts on what I think about the content coming out of it. We'll take a quick look at the quality of the materials, the sprues, that sort of stuff. Maybe give some thoughts on what this might be leading to. But either way, we're going to go take a quick look at it. So if this is something you've wanted to see, you're on the fence about buying it, maybe you just can't get it quite yet, be sure to check this video out. And of course, I want to hear your thoughts below. So basically, if any thoughts come to your head, if any questions come to your head, leave them in the comments below. I love to see those ones. But without further ado, let's go take a look at the contents of Kill Team Rogue Trader. So right off the bat, we have the box here. Love the art on the front of it. Love the style. Love the John Blanche inspired stuff with a more sort of modern take on it. Really enjoy that. Oh, jeez, it's got some heft to it too. On the box, or the back of the box, it's given us some good ideas of what we can expect in this particular expansion. I mean, we've already seen some leaks, so we've seen the ship layout itself. There is the additional book that's going to be kicking around in it. We know that there's some of the codices that you can expand this into 40k, as well as we got some shots of the Gellerpox infected, as well as the crew of, what is it? I think it's like a Lucia Vane or something like that. Yeah, Lucia Vane, the Rogue Trader's crew. So I mean, we got a pretty good idea on what's going on just from the back of the box there. Love the look of some of these models. Some of these Gellerpox infected, really great. I love the elements of techno horror going on with this, how we're seeing sort of like the Cronenbergian-esque mixture with some of like the technology stuff. So very cool, really liking it. So yeah, very excited to see what's in it. So it looks like we do have a little bit of wear on the box itself, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, the place where I was able to get my hands on it, unfortunately that was just a reality of things. A bunch of the boxes kind of got dinged around. So let's crack it open. We'll just move that box down here for a moment, and let's take a look at what we got. So let's start with some of the more boring sprues. So it looks like we got the terrain itself for the table itself. So it looks like we got the captain's chair right there. We got a series of consoles, doors, bulkheads. Looks like a chest, some pipe work, and yeah, I think these might be like escape pods or something like that. But these are really nice. They got that good sturdy feel of the plastic, very similar to what we saw in the Necromunda box, as well as some of the newer terrain. It feels very sturdy, which, I mean, you take that as you will. If sturdiness is a big important part to you, that's awesome. But the other thing that's really nice is that these pieces are not lacking for detail. Like if we just take a quick look at the pipes here, I mean, there's lots going on here. You can see some other runoff pipes, some canisters, power cells. So there's a lot going on with just the terrain itself. And it looks like we got so we got two sprues, two exact same sprues. So that is pretty cool. Looking forward to take a look at that. We have a sprue of the Gellerpox infected, and geez, okay, so we got one sprue of the Gellerpox infected, and they have just crammed a whole bunch onto this. That is actually rather impressive. To be honest, I'm a little concerned this might not be all of it. But, so I'm going to have to double check that, because this just seems like it's not quite enough. But we do have a whole lot going on with this one. We got a number of the larger bodies, some of the little guys here. As usual, these little nurgling guys, I love these guys. These guys have been like the stars of some of the latest Games Workshop releases. They got so much character. Oh, that's awesome. This guy got a little wooden sword and a peg leg. Guy's got a broken bottle ready to cut you. Okay, so this is fantastic. The character on these sprues is absolutely astounding. I really dig it. I'm looking forward to jumping into that one. Yeah, even look at that one. Like, it looks like it's a whole bunch of locusts or pests coming out of something there. So there's some really cool bits here, and they're gonna be really nice. Let's see. We got some bases here. You guys all know what bases look like. And it looks like this is the Rogue Trader box. Uh-oh. Little piece of my Rogue Trader sprue is broken. Oh, geez. Alright, well, let's continue on for the time being, and I'll go through the proper channels for that later. But so once again, we got a lot going on with this sprue as well. This one we are seeing one of I think is one of the downsides of the latest trend of the CAD design for Games Workshop and their models, and that is these all appear to be sort of single monopose models. And I mean, I'm not opposed to them in the sense of that we're getting some really cool detail. Like, I mean, just look at some of the detail on these models here, like some of the, I don't know what that would be called, the embroidery maybe, I don't know. But the detail themselves are fantastic. But we are starting to run into an interesting conundrum of how you can go about converting models. And I've seen the discussion a couple times. It's not that you can't convert these, but unlike the other multi-part plastic kits, like the old Space Marine model kit or whatnot, these require a little bit more effort, a little bit more work, and a little bit more planning. But it is what it is, and if the trade-off is we get some really cool-looking models, I will gladly accept it, especially considering, yeah, so we have the Emperor's Best Doggo here. So there's one half of the sprue, and the other half is, yeah, so the other half is right there. So that's really cool. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that missing piece right there. Yeah, because it looks like it just snapped off at the wrist joint. Oh well, such is life. I'll have to figure it out. So let's see. We got some cards here, and these look like they are. So these appear to be okay. So these are command point cards, or stratagem cards. So much like you would get in a regular game of Kill Team. So various cards with their command points on them. And let's see here. And then it looks like we have character cards. Yeah, so these are all the character cards right here. So it looks like they just give us a rundown of the various enemies that we're looking at. And wow, there is an awful lot of these. And then it looks like we got the Rogue Traders in here as well. So that's really cool. It gives a rundown of the rules, the special things, flesh wounds. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we'll just put those off to the side here. And then let's see, what else do we got here? So there's been a nice little addition that we've been seeing in a lot of Games Workshop boxes lately. They've been putting in a nice little print. So nothing really major or stellar, but kind of cool. So alright, so moving on. So we got, we'll come to the books in a moment. So I'm just gonna put those off to the side here. So we got some tokens. Alright. And I think I've said in a couple of videos now, it's nice to see these tokens starting to hit the table, starting to be present in a lot of these boxes. Just give some nice reminders. I have filmed enough videos, enough battle reports that things get lost in the shuffle all the time. So having a nice visual reminder on the table is always really good. So it looks like there's 2 trays worth of these tokens, and it looks like it's a fairly good card stock. So excellent. I'm always on board with that. Let's see, we got the board here, and this one I'm actually going to quickly open up. We're going to see what this one is like, so we'll just get that plastic out of the way. And I'm doing this because there is 2 sides to this board. So, let us see here. And we know what one side is going to be. It's going to be the starship. And I'm just going to quickly pause it here while I unfold it. So through the magic of editing, we now have the fully unfolded board. It looks like this side is the starship. So it actually looks like it's a good sized space. Not going to be as open as some of the typical Kill Team boards, because obviously we're losing some to the void on the outside. But still, really cool design. And then let us take a look at the other side. Got to be careful with this because of the folding material here. And it looks like the other side. Oh, it's upside down. But it looks like the other side is the interior of, I don't know if maybe it's a temple or if it's something that looks like that looks like it's an Inquisition, no, it's not an Inquisition symbol, but it's an Imperial symbol of some sort, maybe for like the Novus Navigator or whatever it's called. I don't know the faux Latin for it. But no, that's rather cool. Okay, so once again, we're going to go back to the magics of editing, and I'm going to fold this up and get right back to you. Last up, we're going to package with the books in it. So let's crack that open, as we do, and find out what we got. So, looks like we have a typical core rule setup here. So it looks like this is also even kind of being geared as a learn to play box set as well, because as we know, like there's the instructions. Yeah, so we have the Gellerpox Infected and the Elusian Starstrider books right here. And yeah, like aside from the fact that these are kind of more specialized units, because they have rules for typical 40k, can definitely jump in there and learn how to play them. Now these little mini codices are, let's see here. Okay, so it's not too bad, just a small introduction, a little bit of, so we got that artwork there. And yeah, it looks like it just jumps right into some of the basics here. So some warlord traits, and then some descriptions, and yeah. So that's kind of cool. Nice little book, and I imagine the Gellerpox Infected, we're looking at pretty much the same thing. Glitchlings, I like that. Yeah, okay, so that's really kind of cool. So we'll just put those off to the side, and then we have the Rogue Trader book itself. And I would imagine, yeah, this is too thin to be a full-on rule book, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be a collection of skirmish scenarios and maybe some special rules coming into it. A little bit of backstory, it looks like, as well. So, and the concept of rogue traders have always been really cool. The idea of these privateers that have been granted access to go to the fringes of the Imperium and you know, explore and scout out and basically have a level of autonomy that is unheard of in the Imperium for anyone that is not a Space Marine or an Inquisitor. Just really kind of cool. So yeah, so it looks like it just gives us some more options to play around with when it comes to using these in Kill Team. As well as some some background and some unit profiles. Alright, that is rather cool. So there you guys go. That is the quick unboxing of the Rogue Trader expansion for Kill Team. I gotta say, I am super excited about this. I'm kind of bummed that the Rogue Trader sprue itself was broken, and upon further inspection, it looked like it was actually the arm for the Rogue Trader herself that was broken. So that really kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to get in touch with some people about that one to see what I can do to rectify that. Because I did buy this from LGS. I don't know if I have to go to him or if I can go through Games Workshop in this case. But yeah, I definitely want to see what I can do in this instance to get that fixed. But I am definitely looking forward to getting these models assembled on the table and painted. They look great. But what I'm even more excited about is the fact that this is introducing Rogue Traders to the game on a grander scale. Now, even though I go back quite a ways in this game, back to 3rd edition, I know there were some veterans out there who go back even further. I don't remember if Rogue Traders have actually ever gotten their own rule set in the game. So this is really cool. This is very exciting for me. I gotta say, like, this is like an awesome 40k renaissance in the sense that we're getting all these awesome additions. They're expanding the lore. They're moving forward with things. They're doing some cool things with rules. And I think the thing I really am interested in is I want to see, after reading through these rules, I want to see just how many of the elements of the Rogue Trader rules might be quiet little beta testing for the game as a whole. We've already seen out there, you know, some adjustments to command points with the Rogue Trader and whatnot. So going to be interesting to see if this might be signs for changes down the road, for what we might be seeing in Chapter Approved, or if this is just going to be sort of one-off things for the Rogue Traders and Kill Team. But either way, I am super excited about this. I hope you guys are super excited about this as well. As before, leave your comments below. I want to hear from you. I love interacting with you. And be sure to like this video. That it helps me grow this channel. It helps me grow the audience, and as a result, it helps me get more content down for you guys. So be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Hit me up on social media if you want to see some other stuff that I'm always working on. And as always, happy wargaming.